It's how legends are made.
Let's go. You know, I just had to get hype a little bit. You know, please forgive me, but y'all already, man. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody. You know, everybody tuning in. Re79, one of the greatest mods ever. The beautiful Re79. Salute, Queen. Appreciate you pulling up. Hustle, man. Salute. That's the home team, man. The hustle, man, the man behind the scenes make it happen. Angie, baby. Salute, Queen. Definitely appreciate you pulling up. Lisa Bell. Salute, Queen. Appreciate you pulling up. Hey, Jada. Salute, fam. Appreciate you pulling up. We got a good one in store for you tonight. This one right here, Are You Locked In Magazine, issue number 5. Listen, for me, this one is the this is super special one, right? For those that understand and have been here through this journey, we started this platform in April 16th to be exact. We started this platform from scratch. No subscribers, we, myself, you the people, the Are You Locked In community, we are now 1,000%, we there. We got one of the biggest, one of the best YouTubers, one of the funniest, by far. When I shout out his numbers, you're going to understand that this individual has been killing social media for years. This individual by far is one of my mentors, one of the individuals that inspired me to pick up a mic and get behind the camera and share information, so on and so forth. I probably don't tell him enough, but he definitely is, to me, for me, one of the GOATs of this individual by far. I'm trying to make sure I give him all the accolades that's available. This individual, you know, let me shout out some numbers. You talking about over 1.5 million views on his channel, and it's some videos he ain't even released yet to the public. He's well over that, but 21,000 subscribers. You talking about somebody who picked up YouTube, was playing with this, was recognized by some of the elites in a social media realm. This individual came here and he is here in the building. Allow me to introduce you to the one and only Uncle Nick. Salute.
Yo, what it is, Chip? Can you hear me, son?
We can hear you, son. We can
Loud
hear
and clear.
you,
Yeah, I want to make sure everybody, you know what I'm saying? Make sure Uncle Nick does this 1-2 proper. There's nobody in the comment section like, yo, you got that Timu mic, fix it up, Uncle Nick. You know what I'm saying? Chip done gave you the most wonderful, world-renowned introduction. We can't hear you. Nah, Chip, yo, what it is, man. Shout out to the Are You Locked In chat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in there doing their 1-2, everybody pulling up. I really appreciate the introduction. I wasn't aware that I was that influential at times within you building the YouTube career and doing this and doing that. But one thing I could say, you were always dedicated, focused. You had a passion for it. You picked my brain. I was there. I tell you some stuff, bada bing, bada boom. But a lot of this stuff just came naturally from being a bug out. You know what I'm saying? And then everything formulated, and consistency too, you know what I'm saying? And really not having hair on your tongue, because there's a lot of people that they be afraid to say something. Duke ain't gonna follow you. He ain't gonna give you $1 million. He ain't even gonna look your way if he's passing by in the Bentley. You know what I'm saying? So you over here trying to play it cool and not say this and not ruffle any feathers. Unfortunately, I didn't realize what I was doing, but that's like the wave. You know what I'm saying? You get out there, you speak your opinion, you offend some people, you make some people laugh, some people get mad, and then other people want to tap in to see what the ruckus is about. Then they realize you're a formidable individual that's intelligent. There's more to it than just the you know what I'm saying? But that's what pulls people in, you know what I mean?
No doubt. Listen, man, by far, again, it's only but so many times that y'all gonna see myself, really get quiet or get caught up for words and so on and so forth. But when you're amongst greatness, like I was coached by some of the greatest, not only on the financial aspect, but in life. I was coached. I am putting y'all in front of my coaches. I'm talking about this man right here used to take time out of his schedule to make the thumbnails for my show.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't tell you.
Getting clips, all types of stuff, but you were maneuvered like we was definitely there together. And one thing I gotta say about you is that you absorbed it all, you peeped it, and then you took it to a level that I couldn't even take it to with the AI, with this, with that. I'm super proud, and just to see what you have going on over here with the audience that you built, the numbers that you're doing, and everything organically, and also it being a platform where you can have different individuals come up here and do they want to, and they'll feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's like a safe space for all the YouTubers and different content creators, and you know what I mean? Just people of, that walk of life that want to entertain or inform people. Come up here, get your spot, get your shout out. You with a positive community. It's a beautiful thing, because the dirty section, son, I thought that's all it was on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you, I was a fixture. I was like a beacon for the dirty section, and
Word up.
I thought that's what you had. I thought you had to spaz out on some people and show your real life toughness to make it in these YouTube shoots. But
that isn't the case for everyone.
Exactly. You can be yourself and still win.
Definitely.
Shout out to the 67 people in the building, man. Listen, y'all do me a favor. Whatever you do in the chat, I appreciate. But comment after the live. Let us know what was your favorite part of the live. Let us know some things that we can make ourselves better. We would greatly appreciate it. Other than that, man, we're going to get down to letting y'all know who Uncle Nick is. Some things about him. I'm going, drill him with a few questions. Then we're going to have fun. We're going to, with Uncle Nick's permission, we're going to allow some people to come up here and tell us about your channel. Showcase yourself. Get you some watch time while you're in here chilling with us. Let's go. It's about winning together. So
definitely
shout out to the 90 people in the building. Okay. So Uncle Nick, first question of the day. The very first question.
Let's get it.
What inspired Word to the Streets? What inspired you to do that?
The title or the actual channel, or everything together?
Everything together. Word
okay, well, what happened, Chip, is that, I was out there being a knucklehead, G, you know what I'm saying? Getting arrested 2 times in 1 week, getting remanded, get caught on Monday, be back in by Thursday, Chip, you know what I'm saying? I was really like just moving fast and just getting money and running around in the streets. And then the judge turned to me, he had a cockeye, Chip. His train was going this way. It was mulatto like me, G. He had a part in his hair. No, I looked at him and he was looking this way and at me, man. So it was mad serious, Chip, because I'm like, yo, man. He's like, if I see you in here again, G, I'm going to hit you with a 3 to 5 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, I'm going to give you some anger management, like 30 days community service. And you know what I'm saying? This is it, G. So after that, I wind up going to college and kind of figuring out that I needed credentials, you know what I'm saying? Because while I was locked up in there, this joint kept popping up outside my cell. There was a joint they painted out there, the DOC. So, before I got to court that week or whatever, they painted it, and it dawned on me like I'm in the Department of Corrections, G. It's Department of Education, Department of Parks and Rec, Department of Sanitation, Department of Traffic Bureaus, Department of Food and Health. You got mad departments, Chip. When you in this department, G, you got to make some corrections. So after, I seen the judge, he told me what he told me, set my parameters up for me. I said, yo, son, after I knocked out the community service and all that, you know what I mean? I said, yo, I got to do something with my life. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got no credentials. I'm going to go back to what I'm doing. Then I'm going to be over here. It's going to be messed up. So I went to BMCC. I was like, yo, what am I kind of into? You know what I'm saying? So I just took video audio technology. You know what I'm saying? So I'm messing around in the class and chilling out and doing my thing. And I don't know if you remember Star and Buck Wild, the people of a certain age. He used to be on Hot 97. You know what I'm saying? He was off the hook with his joint and wound up getting kicked off radio altogether, because I think he got kicked off Hot 97. Then he went to Philly, got another $1 million deal. Then they parted ways over there. So I didn't see Duke anymore. I thought that was it for him, but he was on YouTube. So I'm sitting in class one day and this kid was watching his show. So he had a call-in number. So I was like, yo, you know what? He was saying something. I forget what it was. So I called in, son. I started barking on him. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it was popping. It was on your biscuit, G. Over here talking sideways. What happened to your eyebrows, homie? I just started bugging out. You know what I mean? Like just cracking jokes and all that. And the audience started bugging out. He thought it was funny. So after that, I just kept calling in. I would send some donations and all that. And then it got to the point where when I was graduating college, you got to do an internship. You know what I'm saying? So me and Star had really developed a rapport at that point where, we used to hang out like in real life, go places, do things. You know what I'm saying? Like we did the Tax Stone podcast before Tax Stone got locked up. So we had like built this chemistry of me calling in. Then we met up. Then we started doing some stuff behind the scenes. And he actually kind of became like my mentor on the YouTube road, but that wasn't initially like what I wanted to get into. I wasn't thinking about it. I was just fucking around with him, killing time, and it was something fun to do. But when the internship came about, I was like, yo, son, I ain't trying to go sit somewhere for 40 hours a week for free, G. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I got shit to do, bro. And I'm like, yo, you got a company, LLC, all that. You think you could sign off on this letter every week for me? Some electronic, whatever, you know what I mean? Bounce over email to my professor or whatever it is, we'll set it up and you could sign off on my hours every week. He was like, no doubt, I'm gonna do that. But what I need you to do for me is like, because he had 2 channels at one point. He had a channel where he used to charge people to promote their content. Then he had his channel where he would bring people from that channel on to highlight things and do his own stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he had like that pay to play channel, but he never charged me. But so he like, do some videos, Nick. So I was able to get the cameras at school on the weekend. So I would rent them Friday, have them till Sunday, bring them back Monday. So I just started doing man on the street, Chip. I've stopped all the people in the neighborhood, like the crackheads, everybody. I didn't care who you was. You know what I'm saying? Old people, babies, whatever. You stupid, smart. It don't matter. Let's talk. You know what I mean? So, but I would ask people like loaded questions like, yo, who are you going to vote for? Hillary Clinton, Bernie Madoff, or Trump or some shit like that? Whatever it is. And Bernie Madoff is the nigga that stole all the money, not Bernie Sanders. But people would not like, you know what I mean, pay attention, Chip. And then they'd be like, oh, Bernie Madoff is the man. Like, oh, for real? So, and then people would come in the comments and then start dissing me. And be like, yo, this dude's man stupid. He don't know the difference between Bernie Madoff and Bernie Sanders. That's when I got insulted. And I was like, yo, you don't know me like that, son. So I started roasting the people in the comments because I guess they forgot you could go look at their Facebook account. You weigh like 300 pounds. You're bald-headed, lopsided. Yo, you look crazy, son. You rocking a pair of Wolverines, some Wranglers, and you got a cowboy hat on the back of a pickup truck or something with a Coors Light with some other bitch that looks crazy. And you talking to me like your opinion's valid, bro? Get up out of here, son. You got like 7 followers. You know what I'm saying? 3 of them from high school and the rest is your family. Like, but then I started realizing this is what people do. So that was my reaction at first, like getting up there and just roasting people. But then they took it in good spirit and they were like, we love this, Nick. Stop doing that and do this. So then I was like, oh, okay, but I'm not just going to be ranking on the comment people. You know what I'm saying? So, then I started covering some topics and some different things. And I was putting them on Star's channel, but that Star, he would get funny styles sometimes and be like, yo, Sean, that ain't cool, man. You can't promote that. I'm like, yo, dogs, you did Aaliyah's plane crash. You over here playing cocaine, motherfucking ad. Like, you are the wildest thing. You're telling me right now that this is too crazy? So I was like, all right, bet. But I took it in stride. And then I was like, yo, you know what? This dude getting money. Back then, you was getting the PayPal shit. There was no Cash App, none of that. So the PayPals was rolling in, G. And I was like, there was no Super Chat at that point. Super Chat came a little bit later. So the PayPal, and there was something else. I forget what the name of it was. That's like how everybody was getting their money then. But I've seen the PayPals coming through because the people used to be like, yo, send you a PayPal. So I'm like, yo, son, where my money at? You know what I'm saying? So then at that point, I was like, yo, I got to do my own channel because if you over here, you know, you kind of show me the ropes, show me what it is and all that. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to go do this. So he supported me. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a few shout outs. And then I forget what happened. He said some slick shit one day and then it went left. Then I started roasting the shit out of him. And then after that, you know what I'm saying? Like things went the way they went. But that's initially how I got into YouTube. And what made me stick with YouTube was I made some video about 50 Cent one day. And I was posting videos like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. I wasn't like on it like that all the time. But I went back and had to look at my channel one day because I had like $800 or $900 deposited into my bank account because my channel was monetized at that point. And because it was easier to monetize your channel back then. And I'm like, yo, who the fuck this money from, son? Google AdSense. Who the hell is that? So they're like, I don't know, son. You better go holler. So I did a little Google and I'm like, oh, that's from YouTube. So then I went and looked and I saw that the video had like 80,000 views or 90,000 views or something. I didn't know I went viral because I wasn't checking it. But then when I saw that money, I was like, oh, hell yeah. I could just make a video and make almost a G. Yo, I'm about to start making videos every day. Homie. You know what I'm saying? 3, 4 videos a day. And then that's when I seen the money. I was like, okay, that's what inspired me. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like how I got into the YouTube. Was being a knucklehead at first, running around in the streets. I wasn't doing no major crimes, just, you know, selling weed and, you know, getting caught up and stuff and you know, I was getting my chicken, but it became repetitive when you keep getting caught for the same shit. The judge eventually gonna bing you. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I made the executive decision. Pump your brakes, Nick. You know what I'm saying? You're a wild dude, but you ain't built for 15 years in the slammer, homie. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do that, Chip. So, you know, everybody got to know who they are in life. So that's when I took my, you know, my slide to the side, and it's been fun, man. I can't front.
Quick question. So far in your YouTube journey, what's been your most controversial viral moment so far?
I have to say, I mean, if I really think about it, like they've all been controversial. You know what I mean? But I think ultimately the Lord Jamar thing at the end of the day, I think might be like on the scale of kind of being the biggest because of all the other people that got involved in it. You know what I'm trying to say? Sadat X wound up hitting me up like, that shit was fire. I'm like, oh, you want to come up and talk to him? Daddy came through, you know what I'm saying? Then it was another dude that he was getting it into. Well, get into it. He would get into shit with the dude online. He a 5%er. He'd be up there at the school teaching and I said, oh, you want to come on? You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you got a member from your group that is an iconic hip hop group, that would be like big man going to sit down somewhere and be like, oh yeah, you know, pop, you know, Chip out here wilding, let's talk about, you know, you think that would be more in-house, you know what I'm saying, as how the world would look at it or whatever. But when you see your man slide to the side and go over here and this dude is roasting the shit out of you, it definitely, you know what I'm saying, I think got him pissed off, you know what I'm saying? And then when the other dude came in and he was talking what he was talking, because, you know, with the whole flat earth thing that goes against the, you know, whatever the teachings or whatever the lessons or, you know, however the information is being processed on that side, you know what I'm saying? So then I saw that it created controversy within their 5% community, you know what I'm saying? Because it was dudes up there going in on them, posting videos. Then I was doing my videos that said that came on and this one did this. And then he was getting killed because of the flat earth theory, because the white dude came on and smoked his boots. So it was like 20, 30 fucking, that's moderate, possibly 200-300 channels reporting just on him and the flat earth. So I think as far as it having like a viral effect, and then he got mad and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Nick, you know, he was having shit and all that, you know what I'm saying? So I think as far as like being controversial, I feel like me speaking on it and kind of blowing it up and doing the videos that I was doing, I feel like it opened the flow waves for other people to have an avenue to come talk about it too. And then when other people saw those people talking about it, they like, oh, hell no. It's at this point now we got to talk about it. So I think as far as that, like, I think that might be the biggest one, but there was a lot of them, man. It started with Star, you know what I'm saying? He did some slick shit. And, you know, Star is more of like, shout out to Star, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect. It's all good now, you know what I mean? But back then I wasn't playing, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, dogs, like, you know what I mean? He's more of like an informative, sarcastic, slick talking kind of dude. Like, I really got jokes, G. I'll sit here for an hour and think about the worst shit about you and come through and just make you feel this big. You know what I mean? So I was like, you want to play? So he went and done his eyebrows like a Dominican doña from uptown, 145th. You know what I'm saying? I said, where the BBL? You got that thighs, dope. What's going on? So, I started doing these videos, man. And then his crowd, they had no choice but to love it because it was highly entertaining and funny and truthful. But then they were like, yo, son, why you not getting that nick? You know what I'm saying? You be saying you the hater, you're gonna get at everybody. So then at that point, that's when I got the emails. Said, I will sue you. I said, oh damn, Jake, you gonna sue me, Star? So Star was like, yeah, son, I'm gonna take you to civil court, some shit like that. I forget what it was. So I said, yo, I don't want that smoke, man. But at the end of the day, I just wanted you to wave the white flag. I wanted you to acknowledge that, you know what I'm saying? You've been doing this a long time, but there's a new dawn. There's a new sheriff in town, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how the roasting really took off too, because Star was like the first one to really get out of pocket. And then when I hit him with that, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to try to do like informative, kind of cool videos about stuff, but he pissed me off that day. So that's when I hit him with the bang, 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 bang. But it was mad funny. And I seen the reaction from everybody. I was like, okay, this is my lane. So that was kind of me finding myself. So the thing with Star got kind of crazy, but he never really responded, but he hit me with the emails. So I fell back from there. But then after that, it was Hell Rail from Dipset. You know what I'm saying? Because dudes ran down on him and was punching on him. He left his grandma, his mother, his aunt, his sister. He left all the women in the restaurant. He was running on the floor like a dog chip. I was like, I never seen no shit like this in my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I reported on it. And it went viral because, you expect ugly people for some reason to be mad tough. You know, and they got this ugly face. They be mean mugging all the time. So for some reason, maybe that's just me, but in life, ugly motherfuckers usually got some toughness to them. But I was like, yo, this motherfucker right here, son. Man, you look like a dirty sponge. Face look crazy, Jake. You know what I'm saying? And my man looked like remember that cartoon, the raisins and shit all wrinkled up, and yo, his shit was like a wild chip. So I expected him to perform, and he had all these very tough rap lyrics and things like that. You know what I mean? And he associates himself with certain people and other things. So I was like, damn, you see Duke walk in with the camera, he's recording you. Win or lose, you got to stand up and do something. But he decided to run away on all fours. So I started roasting him. So that went viral. And then all these other dudes started hitting me up because he was stealing money from people. So he was like, yo, give me $1,500. I'll send you a verse. I'm like, damn, I gave him $1,500. Y'all crazy. I'd have gave that nigga $50, a Snapple, and a fucking Blistex. Drop these bars, G. Right.
So, let me make sure I asked this. So you're known in the hip hop community as the Don Rickle of hip hop.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what's your philosophy on roasting? Because it asks to say, where do you draw the line, or do you draw the line when it comes as far as roasting somebody?
No, the line that I draw is like with children. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say something happened where, I don't know, you were running up the street and a seagull ran over your daughter, smacked him in the head or whatever happened, like, and it's going viral online. Like things pertaining to kids sometimes and different stuff like that. Like I don't really got nothing to do with families and, like kind of just the PG crowd. I stay away from them because they don't bother nobody, to put it in layman's terms. So for me, I just really go after the people that think that they could pop that shit. You over here talking the tough lyrics. You over here being mad gangster. You over here being disrespectful and all that. Now you getting caught out of line or you out of pocket. So those are the people per se that I like to go after because they think they can never get this work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So have you ever had someone clap back hard, pause? It's like somebody just, hey, I'm not gonna stand for this. I'm a funny person too.
Okay, not really. Word to my mother, I ain't never had nobody clap back. It's been a long time, Chip. I'll be waiting some days. I'll be like, because I know it's coming. Because I had a thing with Willie D one time from the Ghetto Boys. That after the Hell Rail situation, that died out. He got mad. He wanted to fight and do this. I saw all these DMs like months later because after a while he got on my nerves. I stopped paying attention to him. I'm like, the fuck out of here, G. Plus a lot of people DM me, so I ain't checking for you. But then Willie D came after that, and he was flagging my channel, and there was all these different things going on. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, you still there, Chip?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Let me give you a second.
No, I'm here. I'm working through the chat.
I don't know, Chip in the Matrix.
You can't see me. Y'all can't see me. Can y'all hear me? If you can see me and hear me, put a 1 in the chat.
All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Let's give Chip a second to tap back in.
No, the chat
Yo,
ain't
shout
on.
out to we got Tiff's Take, we got Simone in here. Who else we got? We got Bambi. We got the magic of healing.
You
We
got
got
your
Gen X in effect. It's popping. We got the tuber chat up in here. We got Faith Marie. What's up? How you doing? We got the Nightbot. We got Monique.
we got the
Shout out to
Nightbot.
everybody up here doing they
let me-
want to. Having trouble. This often is caused by unstable internet connection. Maybe lose your right. Hold on.
that's you.
Is it my internet? Hold on.
he got old cheap Timu service over here coming to our.
Thought that was Chip's internet. It's my internet.
Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate you, but definitely appreciate you pulling up, Kevin. One of my favorite channels out there at the moment.
Oh, sorry, Chip. I got caught in the matrix, G.
No, you good. You good. Shout out to Kendi K all day. Shout out to Simone TV. Listen, I'm gonna open up the platform. Y'all can come up here, ask Uncle Nick some questions. Y'all can promote our channel. It's a family affair. We got 87 people in the building at the moment. Showcase your talent. Like if you have a channel and you're really trying to get your channel off the ground, promote. Come and engage. As you heard earlier in his interview, he called in and wound up getting Star's attention, and then Star had him come as an intern, which launched his social media career. You talk about somebody that's over 1.5 million. That's almost double platinum on views. When you look at it, that's double platinum almost on views.
Oh yeah, because I got a bunch of videos. I got probably 200 videos on private right now because I had mad copyright shit going on with the Willie D dude. What I was gonna get to, he got mad at me because he over here talking about people. So then I started roasting his boots. Oh, I mean, just smoking them, Chip. He got mad, flagged both my videos. So then I had to play a certain game. I probably got maybe I'm triple platinum, almost quadruple platinum at the minimal in this joint. But, it's a lot of videos that I say, yo, I just made the executive decision to put them on the side. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely getting Star's attention was a big thing for me. You know what I'm saying? And it shocked me that he actually thought I was funny because, I always made people laugh in my life. But, I didn't look at it as I could be entertaining. You know what I mean?
Now, let's take them a bit further. So, they know about your social media career, so on and so forth. Where we come into play is this polo lifestyle. Explain to them, the polo legacy, the lifestyle from your perspective.
Well, when I was a kid, I grew up at LES on Avenue D, you know what I'm saying, at 8th Street. And my mom's was off the hook with her shit, you know what I'm saying? So Pop Dukes is like, I'm out of here, G. I'm moving to Hell's Kitchen. You hear me? So they want to do a visitation rights. And believe it or not, Judge Judy from TV used to be a family court lawyer back in the day. So Judge Judy was my lawyer for my parents. And she was like, you gonna stay with the kids, you see them on the weekend. So my pops was mad cheap, son. So he wouldn't catch a cab. He'd be like, you gotta walk. So we gotta walk from Avenue D all the way to where he lived on 49th at the time on 10th. You know what I'm saying? So we used to cut through 42nd. So me being a kid cutting through 42nd, that's why I used to see these pockets and groups of people with all these.
Uncle Nick froze up again. That's his internet connection.
And unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that maybe that was Chip, maybe that was Big Boo, maybe that was MGV, bet. And y'all over there doing y'all want to on the deuce. You know what I'm saying? So my first initial joint kept coming through and seeing this. I was like, oh, I used to call it the polo militia in my mind. Cause I'm like, yo, dudes look like they play around. But my pops be like, come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So I be looking, be like, wow, it's lit over here. And back then you had, all that stuff on the walls and, it was Triple X out there. So then after that, growing up, certain styles, certain things, the Eddie Bauer, the Tommy Hill, the Polo, the this, the Columbia, the North Face, the these were just things that everybody wore, you know what I'm saying? So more so me looking at collections, for me just coming up, I'm like, oh, son made this piece go with this. I just traded that for that. That goes back with that. But that came out like 3 years ago. I started realizing very quickly all these pieces are interchangeable. So out of all the brands, I was like, yo, Ralph is kind of the illest doing it right now, in my opinion, and still doing it to this day to some capacity, is how he will create these collections and then continue to expand on them. Then pause for a minute, then wait a couple years, then come back and bop, bop, bop. So through the years, you know, just collecting and doing what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? You meet people, you do this, you do that. But me being more so a Manhattan kid and running around, like I said, you would meet people from here, meet people from there. But I was always solo dolo, so I wasn't really trying to get down with nothing or be down with this or whatever the case may be. But more so, I would say, as when I got into the YouTube space, in a sense, where initially in the beginning I was doing a lot more hip hop stuff. Like I could say this is like 2015, 16, it's almost like 10 years ago, something like that. I started meeting all these people that I knew from that walk of life that were already over here, and they were already doing these other things. And they started introducing me to this one and into that one, and bada bing, bada boom. And then all of a sudden, it was like, you know how some people got to, like, I don't know if the right word is ask for permission or like get cool with somebody or get a cosign. I just, nigga, so I started moving around and I'm down with this shit. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So I started moving around, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I met a few other people, a few other crews, a few this, a few that, you know what I'm saying? And then I got down with my ULL brothers, and, you know, it's been pretty much locked in ever since, you know what I'm saying? But it started really just pretty much from a kid, just wanted to be fly, always having stuff around that would later on match up with something else, and it all stayed fly. I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Now this makes sense, because there's so many times where you'll buy something and there ain't nothing else coming out that ever gonna match that shit again on this side. You know, it's like a one of one. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like also being able to hold on to the nostalgia and the stories and the history, and then when it comes to y'all, what y'all went through to get these pieces, you know what I'm saying, and what y'all was doing and wrecking these stores and just then taking the pieces and trying to get it home, then actually having to wear them and defend them, and you know, just all these different levels to it. It's a real honorable part of my history to be able to, you know, say that, yeah, the bros got love for Uncle Nick got love for the bros, you know what I'm saying? And stay fly with it.
Now, it's time for me to throw you a curveball.
Let's do it.
There's a segment where I always, it's the tough questions, I say. So, you went from roasting mode to reviewing food like a pro.
Okay.
How did that lane open up? Like, to go from roasting people, blah blah blah, to being Uncle Nif the chef.
Well, initially how that started was when I was doing my live streams. You know what I'm saying? We talk about everything in the live stream, because normally I will review a hip hop album. Usually an artist that I know, they might drop an album, whatever, we review it. They might pop in, talk their little one, too. What was the inspiration behind the project? We review it. We listen to some other music. We do this, we do that. But then at times in the chat, you know, I open up about my life. People didn't know that I cooked. So they might say, whatever, oh, what we doing for dinner tonight? I might ask a question and somebody like tuna casserole and celery. I'm like, the fuck, well, what? The hell you eating? So, you know, then we would start talking about food and different things. And then people would be like, oh, Nick, man, you know a lot about food, G. I'm like, yeah, son, I cook. So they're like, yo, you ever thought about doing a food review? And I was like, nah, actually never, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, me, you know, I'm nice with the editing and all that, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I felt like, because not that I get bored with things in life, but the roasting can get a little bit boring sometimes, because you're just trashing people all the time. And that, like, sometimes the creative editorial aspect doesn't really get highlighted, you know what I mean? Because dudes is really there for the, you know what I'm saying? So with that, I felt like, oh, I could get out my space, challenge myself on the editing side of things, and actually get out here and see if I could create some content that will resonate with people. And it did. And they liked it. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, at the end of the day, but then COVID hit. And I was like, damn, what am I going to do? But then that's when the homeboy Prince, you know what I'm saying? Prince Low, Ziggy and all that, you know what I'm saying? Forget how we started talking about it, but I seen him at a party or something. We was somewhere, and we were kicking it and all that. And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And we came up with the idea, and then we want to put in this show together, Eating Good and Living Better. So we did like 11 episodes, you know what I'm saying? We was in Jersey, we was in New York. We go to like all kind of different food spots, review it, give you a little historical breakdown of the neighborhood, you know, what the restaurant represents, you know, whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? We would like link up with guests. So if we in Jersey, let's say doing something, we're going to have Sun Low pull up, you know what I'm saying? For example, if we was down in Bmore or something, Chip definitely got to pull up. So we started incorporating like guests within the show too, like at a certain point, like towards the middle to the end. So the food review, I felt like at a certain point, because like Joe Buttons and all these different people were shouting me out, and there were people at Complex and World Star, they DM me and all this, and they would tell me, yo, Nick, like you're really good at what you do. You got big personality, great personality, but you're a little hardcore, G. You, like, if you could find something that's more palatable, more marketable, yo, dogs, you could fuck around and get a deal and get a bag, G. You know what I'm saying? Being yourself, but not disrespecting everybody, son. You be having dudes crying in the corner, punching the air, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's cool sometimes, but so that's really like how that came about. The creative side, thinking about how to really get a bag and also make myself more marketable to like the mainstream media. I saw Snoop Dogg got a motherfucking cooking show. I'm like, hell no, Uncle Nick could do it. You hear me?
Matter of fact, speaking of Joe Button, right? For those who don't know, Joe Button, you know, pump it up.
Somehow on YouTube, I found the backstory to that. By the way,
of course you did on YouTube.
Let's hear it.
Wait, was it from guy? Was it from some guy that was just like,
sticky finger.
yo? So thank you for tuning into my channel. So this
subscribe. Subscribe now.
So Sticky Fingers and Kodak shit has been really crazy. I just wanted to touch upon it. And
I got it from Uncle Nick. That's whose page I got it from. I fuck with Uncle Nick. Credible YouTube source. Uncle Nick.
Sounds credible.
Yes. You know Nick, man.
I fuck with Uncle Nick.
I fuck with Nick, but Nick somehow got the scoop here. And long story less long. Fam, I was dying to know how that happened.
Now Uncle Nick's been putting in the work, talking that shit, roasting motherfuckers and just doing what the fuck it is that I do, you know what I'm saying? I'm authentic, I'm original, I'm from New York, and I get at motherfuckers. That's just the bottom line. I'll put my foot on your motherfucking neck if you're getting out of pocket, you know what I'm saying? I specialize in roasting motherfuckers.
Yeah, Chip. See, I'm keeping it moderate over here. I don't want to come through, because I know you got a PG crowd over here. So Uncle Nicky, you know, I'm trying to watch my cursing. I'm trying to not be offensive, you know what I mean? But on Uncle Nick's channel, man, we be blacking out over there, G. You know what I'm saying? So, but Joe Button's here. That was a big moment, man. Everybody was hitting me up like, Joe Button shouting you out. I'm like, what? Where? And then when I caught the clip, I was like, oh, snap, Queen's Flip. They do the show together now. Queen's Flip. Like, all these YouTubers started shouting me out. And that's when I knew, like, I had the je ne sais quoi, I had the personality. The jokes can be incorporated in different ways. But if you tone it down a little bit, Nick, you get in the clout now. People know what it is. You don't got to go that crazy. But now take this energy and manifest it into something else. But like I said, the cooking show ended. We shopped it around a little bit. Nothing really came to fruition. And then after that, you know, I kind of lost the passion for YouTube because the dollars stopped coming in, because then everybody else started doing podcasts. Shaquille O'Neal, T-Pain, Lil Wayne, all the basketball players, like everybody and their mother got a podcast. So like people just stopped tuning in because there was so much more stuff to watch that you could never see before. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe telling his crazy stories and all that. So I pivoted and I started this company on the side. You know, I'm gonna keep that in the background, but so I just started focusing all my attention on that. But slowly but surely, I started coming back in the game because I kept bumping into all my fans. Like, it's a crazy thing, Chip. I'll be on 125th, I'll be in Brooklyn, I'll be on 14th Street, wherever I'm. Yo, bada bing, bada boom, your word is born, your Uncle Nick. And just from the Joe Button to seeing my fans, it be dudes in the FedEx truck driving by, yo, Uncle Nick. I'll be like, it's an amazing feeling, Chip. So I was like, yo, I got to get back in the game, son. You know what I'm saying? So in the last 5 months, I've been doing like, trying to get back in the mix with things, and that's how the Lord Jamar shit went viral. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, right in front of everybody. Let me let everybody know. Let's clear the air, right? So when we started this channel, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going make a promise. I'm gonna do my best to get everybody monetized. If you y'all come to Are You Locked In University. Our goal is to get everybody to graduate and get monetized, get up in the workforce, right? And then I'm gonna get back to just doing content. You know, we was doing content. My obligation to helping a lot of these individuals has just increased. See, while I'm sitting here doing this interview, it's a lot of people like, oh, you got Uncle Nick, you got Uncle Nick, you got Uncle Nick. So I'm thinking, right, a lot of times when people have access or can gain access to whoever, right, it will increase the value of your channel. So long as you put your channel in position that somebody could come up there like an Uncle Nick or whosoever, and it's 130 people in the building, or it's 225 in the building, whatever the case may be. Like whatever numbers this video do is promotion. Now, again, all of y'all in the chat, everybody that's listening, that's watching, if you catch this on the replay too bad. But all of you that are here, I don't care if you got your hair in a bonnet. I don't care if you ain't got no haircut. Whatever the case may be, here is your chair. Come up under your avatar. But
G.
Promote your channel. We're gonna open this up. We're gonna have some fun. You know, we've been up here 40 minutes. I got a couple more questions for Uncle Nick, and then we're gonna get into the real reason why any one of us content creators do content. It is for the fans. It's for the fans. It's for y'all, our supporters. Y'all support. Y'all are here to be entertained.
Yeah.
But gosh darn it, how good do it feel while you're in the process of entertaining, you getting you some money in your pockets?
Well, see, the beautiful thing about it is like it's a different type of money. It's a different type of feeling because it's you saying, I think this is funny. I think this is dope. I think this is informative. I think I can help these people. I'm going to go do that right now, today. And you take your ideas and you're able to monetize that in a digital aspect. You know what I'm saying? And see that manifest in real time. Like, you know, it's a lot of times dudes be out here thinking all kind of thoughts shit. They boots is leaning, they socks is dirty. Got them same sweatpants on, you know what I mean? Hat turned to the back because it's too dirty to wear to the front. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they be out here really struggling, you know what I'm saying? And they got a lot of beautiful ideas, a lot of great thoughts. Just sometimes you find yourself in a hard space in life and it ain't so easy to take them thoughts and transfer them into dollars. But it's a beautiful thing when you got that gift, you know what I'm saying? And you got the fans, the audience, and people that, you know, fuck with you.
Now, here's you know, this person on that I've pulled up right here, Tuba Chat, right? It's my really good mentor of mine, Kevin. He is extremely humble. He by far when back on from Ralphie Kids, when I was going on the Ralphie Kids channel, growing the Ralphie Kids channel, Tuba Chat was one of the ones that was sharing our videos, that was highlighting our channel, giving us the alley-oop. The rest was us engaging, us going down in people's personal chat and mingling. The environment that he created over there on his channel showed me, it gave me a blueprint of how to get this channel. And as y'all can see, the numbers is the numbers. Like it's there, we there. But again, even like a Tuba Chat, I'm giving Kevin the opportunity to show everybody. I think every YouTuber needs to go over there and learn a thing or two about engaging with your community or allowing your community to mingle, creating a networking farm. That's what it's like.
See, that's the ill thing that you wanted figuring out, because when I first started doing the YouTube, there was not a lot of information like it is now. You was just uploading videos, and for whatever reason, I just caught the algorithm. Like one of my greatest videos was the Nipsey Hussle joint. And then, you know, all this stuff started popping off from that. You know what I mean? Like back in the days, if you was just had a good title, a good thumbnail, that's all it took for you to get up in the algorithm. Nowadays, it's a whole different cipher. You know what I'm saying? Like this is really a multi-billionaire business. I mean, it's a multi-billionaire business where every minute, everything counts, and people are really paying thousands of dollars, and they got managers and marketing teams and all kind of social media behind them, and it's big time now, Chip. Dudes used to just look at us like, oh, you a YouTuber, all right, whatever, yeah, YouTube. I'm like, all right, cool. Think I'm just a little YouTuber. I'm over here getting thousands of dollars every weekend, G. You ain't gotta believe in me, but that's what it was back then. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I definitely respect that you really found a blueprint to it, because I was just doing whatever the viral stories are. I'm just bugging out, and I was already in the algorithm for doing that. I didn't really have a scientific method to this. You know what I'm saying? But you really took it to a different level, like really fine tuned it. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, we 45 minutes in. Again, we're gonna have you on the platform so many other times, right? What I want to do is
Yeah,
I want to give the people an opportunity to come up here, showcase
yeah,
your
yeah. Pull them up,
channel.
Chip. Pull them up.
Let's get y'all.
Let's engage, man. I want to meet some of these people. Who knows? Maybe me and some of these people do a video or something. Maybe they
Yeah,
funny too.
invite you to get so on and so forth.
Yeah, yeah.
Collabs,
I do my
collab.
political things too, Chip. That what we ain't here to do today. But some might be some political people, might be some cooking people, might be some comedy people, whoever it is. You hear me?
No doubt. So the link is in the chat. You're more than welcome to come. Click the link. Come up here. Showcase your channel. We are extremely respectful. So you will get opportunity to showcase your channel. You can click the button if you have StreamYard, and it will stream it to your channel, and you will be getting some watch time while you're up here.
Oh, that's
Kurt,
definitely good.
yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't worry. I don't roast the fans, or I used to back in the day, but not anymore. You know what I'm saying?
No, no.
I'm mature, Chip. They ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm friendly, man. I want to see people win nowadays. How I be saying it, Chip? Winning and grinning. That's the motto, son.
Absolutely. So yeah, Stash, the Cruise, Simone TV, Ellie, Kevin, Tuba Chat. I'm shouting y'all out because Tiff Take, uh, Monique,
Yeah, don't make me feel
someone,
like y'all don't want to talk to Uncle Nick. Come up here. Come on, man. Somebody pop in, Chip.
Kid
God
K all
damn.
day. Or anybody. If you want some watch time, Majestic. If y'all want some watch time and you want to showcase your talent, tell you again, you do not have to show your face. You can come up here under your avatar, so long as you speak to the people and listen. Watch this. This person said, "Much love from Sweden." Listen, this is viral. If y'all don't come on up here and let the world know that your channel is available, yeah, we
Yeah,
they
you missing
watching
out
us.
on a great opportunity right now, Chip.
They watching us in Sweden. What's the weather like in Sweden?
Yo, that was one of the most amazing things, Chip, that I realized about this YouTube thing. Yo, it'd be more people from around the world that was supporting me than people that like I know Duke from when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, "Oh yeah, Nick, I'll subscribe." It's like, yo, homie, I had this channel for a minute. You still ain't subscribed, man. The whole people in Australia, London, Japan, South Africa, Tunisia, Greece, like it was the whole world, man. They just be tapping in. Chip is a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. You know what? Let me make sure I say this too, right? And pardon me. I am so horrible at this, but I'm getting better. For all of the ones that send in cash apps, right? I know y'all don't want your name uh displayed, so on and so forth. But I will say this, right? I appreciate the cash app. Anything donated to the channel, y'all know I give back to the community every month like clockwork. We do food drives every single month. We have a book bag drive coming up in North Carolina uh the weekend from July the 31st. On August 2nd, we're going to do a book bag drive in Raleigh, North Carolina. We'll be handing out book bags to the kids, so on and so forth. And then I'm going to turn right back around 2 weeks later. And in Baltimore, Maryland, I'm going to do another book bag drive and food drive. A lot of money comes from our nonprofit, but a lot of money comes from when y'all send cash apps or super chats or whatever it is. I'll recycle it back to the community.
Well, you know what's crazy about that you say that, Chip? Because and like initially I did like 7 Christmas charities with my channel. We did 6 Thanksgiving drives. We did 2 giveaways during COVID. We well when because one of the guys died in COVID, we would drop a check off and bathing suits and like ices and just juices and snacks because you know the kids go to the summer camp. Some people can't afford the bathing suits and all that. So it was a beautiful thing. I forget something happened one day, and somebody was like, "Yo," because sometimes people think when they, you know, a lot of these people they take the donations and they go buy Jordans, they get high, they do, well, whatever. That's you know, they go party, they have fun, they enjoy their life, and then there's other people that. We've been fly, Chip. Like we, you know what I'm saying? We not broke. We got job. Like I mean, it's a beautiful thing to get the extra money, but it's not like I can't take that with a purpose and do something that we already do. So I'm already a community guy. So it's beautiful to hear that that's what your channel is being known for as well, because that also I realized boosted my audience and inspired my audience and separated me from other people. Because I used to roast the shit out of Hassan Campbell. There's a lot of these dudes, you know what I'm saying? But you see dudes with 10 aluminum chains, big ass hats that don't fit, furry jackets from Fordham Road. You be like, yo, homie, you doing too much right now, G. Got a ring on every finger, Cubus zirconius everywhere. You be like, damn, you can't help the kids, G. So, you know, oh, my bad. We got someone in here. My bad. I'm over here talking.
The wonderful Anna K. Thompson. Salute, fam. Shout your channel out. This is your platform. You can have at it. The wonderful, beautiful Anna K. I'm saying that right, Anna K?
Yeah, absolutely. You're saying that right. It's on TV, but I can't get on with my original channel. I don't know why. So I use this, my other channel. Hello,
Okay.
Uncle Nick, and
Nice
hi,
to meet you,
Chips.
Anna K.
How are you? We've been seeing each other around. Are you locked in? I met you through Stash Cash.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Some more.
So
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
So what type of content do you do? Like what's your niche? What's your specialty? Like what, you know?
Well, I haven't really narrowed it down yet because I am new. So
Okay.
I'm a new YouTuber, and I started by saying that I was gonna like share my daughter's autism journey, but
Oh.
uh, it's so much content that you can put out on that, and respecting like the family's privacy and stuff like that. So now mainly what I do is I interview other content creators, and I use a split screen so we can both get the watch hours, and like allow people to come. I've had Stash like a couple of weeks ago, and talk about their channel, talk about their content, and yeah, that's what I've been doing mostly. I still do family stuff, fun stuff, and it's just a cool channel. Like I just welcome everyone, always with an open arm, always with smiling, and just yeah, that's what my content's about.
That's
Well,
what's up.
Anna, what I would tell you, because you know I'm a straightforward person.
Oh,
Um, it sounds like you got a good thing going on right now. You know what I mean, and you're engaging and you're learning. But I think what I would have did if somebody would have asked me, "Yo, Nick, starting your channel, how would you went about?" I was kind of all over the place at first. You know what I mean? And I would suggest to any new YouTuber, you can always expand and add on as your journey continues to grow and you develop your following. But initially, like whatever it is that's close to your heart or something that's not so difficult for you to put together, something that you think you can really obtain or dedicate 2-3 videos a week to, whatever it may be, you know what I mean? Like start with that and stick within that topic, because the way the algorithm works, like I became a roaster or whatever, like a comedian guy. So when I did do the food vlogs at times, I wasn't getting the 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 100,000 views. You know, I wasn't getting that. I would get, moderate couple thousand views because I'm not locked into that algorithm. Are you locked in? No pun intended. So like once you find your lane and get in that algorithm, you're going to want to go full steam ahead. And I think that's important to getting the watch hours, expanding the channel, and expanding the audience within a specific niche or a specific topic, or and you branding your channel where you're starting to stand out within that within that algorithm's specifications for whoever watches what, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it does make sense. Thank you very much for the other advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that as well. But you know what? Like when we start YouTube, right? The worries that we all have is the watch hours. Like you become so desperate for the watch hours that you start like trying other stuff. So
Yeah, to see. Well, see, the beautiful thing about when I started YouTube, like I was illiterate to all this stuff. So I just put videos up and I was out of there. But organically they started like doing their numbers, so I got the watch time. So you know what I mean? So I never like my experience wasn't like gunning for the watch time. Plus YouTube is a little easier back then to get your channel monetized. So by the grace of God and whatever was going on, that never really became an issue. So I could just do what I wanted to do. You know what I mean?
We're
But
gonna
I definitely understand where you're coming from, and that makes sense.
we're gonna have some fun right now, right? If y'all get a pen, get a pen. I promise you, because I keep hearing it and it is hurting my soul to hear the thing that is holding a lot of people back is watch time. The issue a lot of people are having is they're not using YouTube for what it's supposed to be used for. YouTube is a search engine. That means people type, they're looking for something. They're looking for parenting of an autism child. They're looking for uh, somebody that is a funny comedian. They're looking for food advice, tips, how to make oxtail with rice,
MPs
delicious.
and all that. Yeah.
Right? They're looking for how to install a ring cam. Now,
Hmm.
the issue is when you're doing these videos, right? You're begging people to find my channel. Please pick me. Please look at me. Please, no. We are not. Listen, I'm not going to train the begging channels. I'm training the people that's going to let the algorithm chase you. The algorithm should work for you. All you got to do is let the algorithm know who you are. I am Simone TV. I do XYZ. So anytime somebody type in blah 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 blah, my channel should pop up.
Well, yeah. SEO is very important.
Yes. Now the problem that when you got SEOs, right? And a lot of people don't know what SEO is. That is where the Chat GPT, the vidIQ, those machines, AIs, whatever you want to particularly call them, assert you. Let them do the mind-boggling wave search
Man, they'll
of
come up with the title, the tags, the perfect way to what time to upload it, everything, because you have all the information there. You know what I'm saying? Like in your analytics in your channel. Like you might, for example, Anna K she might go on her analytics and realize her biggest audience during the week is Wednesday from 4 to 8 p.m. That's when you should be doing all your uploads. Like there'll be certain pieces of information that you can pick from and be like, okay, my biggest video was this. Okay, let me go back to that. Like Chip said, like naturally you're working your search engine optimization out. You know what I mean?
and this way the algorithm will work for you versus you trying to work work the algorithm. No, let them work
Yeah.
for you. Let them grab your channel and throw you in the sea of people that's looking for you versus you trying to use a bucket and pull the sea to you. You're going to take forever. It's going to take you a long time. When I use that now, that bucket, it's hard.
You're gonna get a lot of sand, Chip.
It's hard. It's a lot. Engage. I promise you. If you
Also, too, a big thing that you did, Chip, not to cut you, you used to go into chat rooms and make friends with people. That's a big part of things too.
That's engaging. I go
Yeah.
in I go the same way I met you. I went and stash. Oh, such and such and such comment. I only conversate with the people that comment. If you comment in the chat, salute Simone TV. Salute. Stick to it. Salute. Lioness, salute. Listen, I was so bad at it. I would salute Nightbot. Salute Nightbot. I didn't know. All I know is Nightbot is talking. I'm engaging. Hello, salute Nightbot. How you doing? That was me. I didn't know. I was green to this whole social media thing. But what I realized is the people that comment in the comment section during the live are different from the people that comment after your live. The ones who comment after your live, start doing something special for the first commenter. The first commenter that comment after your live, the next time you go live, hey, such and such and such, you were the first person that commented on my live. I got these Canadian stickers for you. I got a English calendar for you with all of whatever the case may be.
One thing that I realized too, just a simple thing: you pin someone's comment to the top of the chat.
That too. Pin their comment.
Like,
hey.
yeah. Oh, this person always the first person in here. Bang, you could get pinned. Now other people are going to be enticed to leave their comments because they want to get a pin. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's a week before you put out a vid. Maybe 4 or 5 people get that spot up there. Now, it just feels good to be engaged. People want to be acknowledged. And they're like, oh, really? You like my comment or whatever? Now everybody gets to see it. It's the most ranked comment. It's the endorphins, the dopamine, the good feelings get released. And now people want to come on back to get that again.
Now watch this, Simone. Watch this. What you did was separated yourself from the pack. You decided, I really want to win, so I don't care what I look at I don't care what the circumstances. I am going to go up there with 2 big and I'm going to promote my channel, right? For you, what I'm going to do, I personally, I will fully optimize your channel. I'm going to give you a full-blown description. I am going to show you where it ranks after the description is finished. I am going to make some merchandise for your channel that you can sell on your own. You can, I don't need $1 from it. You ain't got to pay me 1 red cent because you took the initiative to come and win. All I want to do is be around winners. Listen, if you have a channel, you are meant to be great. Stop being a secret agent. You a content creator, you got a hood on. No, come show. Listen, algorithm, my channel is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I have a team. Whoever your team is, whatever it is, the Are You Locked In community, all we are is a university to help push you along further. We are.
It's
ahead,
one thing you said, Chip, that's real important too, because if you remember early on, like people like DJ Academics, who's the other guy? I forget his name. Something. A lot of these guys didn't show their face. So I was one of the first people that was up here roasting people, saying what I wanted to, but you could see me. You can see when you see what neighborhood like. So I think that's another thing. Sometimes people want to create content, but also hide at the same time. How you just said, you can't do that. Either you're going to be fully committed, be in there, because you're going to want to get stopped in the street. It's people that hug me, people that want to take pictures, people that tell me their favorite videos. I run into multiple fans sometimes in one day. Not saying, oh, I'm so lit or whatever, but when you put your face out there, you're dedicated to it, you believe in what you're doing, people are going to want to fuck with you. But it's hard to embrace a shadow. You know what I'm saying? Something you can't like necessarily see what they're really about. You know what I mean? They're always like, you're always chasing them with the hood on, So I think it's very important, like you just said, to like actually put your face out there, your physical, and let people know what it is.
So Simone, I don't know if you have IG. If you do, hit me on IG. My IG is in the description of the chat. And like I said, before the end of tonight, I will have you a fully optimized description. I'm going to create a banner for you. I'm going to fully load your video and put your channel in a winning position. All you got to do from there, matter of fact, I'll even give you the next 5 videos that you should go ahead and do for your show. Title, description, the whole shebang for you. Because you want to win. Now, am I doing that for everybody? Absolutely not. Again,
Thank you
I'm
so
willing to
much. I
help.
really appreciate you.
Yeah, listen. In life, right? In life, I came from the gutter. I came from the slums, but I had a group of millionaires decide, you know what? This freckle faced guy with gold teeth in his mouth, with no financial training, we're going to take the time to train him. They took me over 100,000 income. Do you understand what I'm saying? They changed my family future forever. They showed me a way. My repayment for them, because I've always, man, listen, let me know. To repay them,
Pay it forward.
pay it forward. That's why I do what I do. A lot of people don't understand. Chip, man, you be all over the place. That I understand now. I understand what y'all saying, but y'all don't understand when I was eating bologna and cheese and I was sitting there, smelling them pissy hallways. You don't
Yep.
understand that lifestyle.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
when people was willing to help me when I was there in the gutter,
Yeah.
individuals that I didn't know from a can of paint that helped me get my time reduced so that I was able to come home. I was a child on Rikers Island. I was 15. I was able to come home behind guidance of individuals who just didn't know me. They cared though. So, well, shoot. I don't know y'all, but I care. I care to see you win. I'm stupid enough to believe that YouTube have a philosophy. If you help 10 channels get monetized, they'll pay you $700 a week. I'm stupid enough to believe that. So let me help 10 people get monetized. Whoever the 10 people is. Whoever. I'm not picking and choosing. The 10 people that want to latch their wagon to me and get monetized, go, go, go. Let's go after it. I'm going to help you every step of the way. And that's going to pay me $700 a week. I'm for it. I could use the extra $700 a week. This is not multi-level marketing, right? But the concepts that I learned from multi-level marketing, I'm sharing with everyone.
Oh, they're absolutely applicable within that situation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When you take, let me see. I'm gonna use Coach Phenomenal. She's another very inspirational. That is my teammate. That's family. So on and so forth. When you take an average and ordinary person and you give them a platform to perform, they get after it. All I'm doing is giving y'all an opportunity to perform. Show, hey, I ain't actually do no backflips. You ain't got to come up here and do no cartwheels. You ain't got to twerk. You ain't got to do none of that. Just come up here, tell what your channel is about. Let people know where they can find your channel. See, a lot of y'all have names, right? Y'all names. When you type it in, we can't find you. We can't let the algorithm know who you is so that they know when somebody type in Simone TV, it goes to Simone TV. You got to start hashtagging yourself. Promote, engage. Hi, I'm Simone TV. How are you? Hello, hey, I'm Simone TV. How you feeling? I promise you, this time next month, you probably be halfway to being monetized. No matter where your numbers is at, if you just do that. And like I said, I'll send you I'll send it to your IG before the night is out. Who else is in the chat, man? We got a
Thank
lot
you
of
so much. Thank
listen.
you.
Nah, Chip is a really good dude, man. Keep it real with you. Cause back when I was doing the YouTube, man, I was just showing no love. I'm gonna be honest with you. You come up in there promoting your channel, I bark on you. Yo, who is you, son? You know what I'm saying? What we doing up in here right now? You know what I mean? Because dudes will try to slide in there, promote their little videos, put their little YouTube link to it. I be like, yo, son, you ain't even walk in and say hello. You ain't even wipe your feet. You ain't got no proper manners. You getting up out of here, bro. You know what I mean? But they see you got a little audience in there. They want to come promote their stuff or do this and do that. But nah, Chip is beautiful in that way where, you know, he has open arms for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Plus, too, like when I was doing the YouTube back then, like there's so much more information on how to have just because there's internet social etiquette. You know what I'm trying to say? I was using my street etiquette in the damn chat, like it was, you know what I mean? Wasn't beneficial all the time. And I look back on it like I could have engaged more, I could have been nicer. You know, there's probably some people that supported the show that one day, you know, they ain't like Nick no more. You know what I'm saying? They got to know the street corner Nick. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, yeah, that's beautiful, Chip, that you're doing that. And everybody should keep that in mind, engage, support each other, and you know, communicate.
Let me tell y'all the truth, right? I'm transparent. I like to be honest. When you're sitting there, right, and you do a video, and let's just say you have 20 people in your chat, right? And you turn around and you look at your phone, and 20 people cashed at you.
Yeah.
20 people cashed at you. I was like, you know what? I felt like I'm robbing people if I don't give them quality content. I feel like a hoax. Like like what is that called? A Ponzi scheme. I'm like,
Yeah.
why is people sending me money and I'm calling them all type of crazy dirty junk. I'm
son, winding them up.
But
yeah.
It's like I don't know. They had that Diddy syndrome. They like the abuse, and they was paying me to live the problem with that is, and this is for everybody who is in that lane. When you step outside and you with your wife or your grandchild or
yeah, that shit bleeds in, Chip.
And one of them run down on you, all that funny Mr. Dirty Junko thing goes out the window, and now you faced with a real life situation. And you got to defend the stuff that you've been saying.
Yeah.
If you're not prepared to go that route, stick to doing good content, man. Stick to being.
Or what I always tell people, let people know that you're just cracking jokes. Let people know it's just comedy, man, because that makes a big difference too. You know, you just up here acting like you want to smoke. You know, it's something different. Because I think a lot of people too. You know, a lot of people got out of jail. A lot of people came out the projects, wherever they came from these harsh environments, and they figured out they could be on the YouTube, and they start doing too much, and they forget it's a small world, Chip.
Let me shout some of these people in the chat out. Bean, Tiff Take, Coach, Cruz, Stick to It. All of y'all are great content creators. All of y'all have what it takes. All of y'all are on a brink of greatness, right? But you're more believable than me. When people see, or let me make sure let me say it this way, respectfully. Prior to social media, I already had a name. I already was Chip Low. The people knew who I was. There's been, I didn't wrote a book, so and so. So the streets knew me. The social media realm, all that did was put a face to some of the stories that they've been heard about the Big Bad Wolf, stories, right? Now y'all are getting to see the business side of Chip. Y'all getting to see the Chip that went through years of financial literacy training from millionaire trainers, people that was making $3, $4, $5 million a month, coaching me, taking time out their schedule to coach me, showing me what type of investments to use, telling me, listen, Chip, get focused, pass your Series 6, pass the Series 7, go get the 26, go pass your life insurance exam, go take the time, pass your health insurance exam. This is how you get paid on this. Residual income off of it. real estate. Get these trailer homes over there. Buy this land over there. Dude, when you sit down with individuals like that, right? It changes your perspective on when you meet regular people. Because a lot of them people, if you was to walk by them in the street, they don't wear their wealth.
Yeah.
For the longest time, when I was doing this polo thing, I wore my wealth.
Facts. That's what it's about.
I got some pictures. I'll show you. I'm the one. Whole lot of gold chains. The whole lot of That's what I was taught. I was taught to wear my wealth.
Yeah, Chip with the big cross with the Rolex. Talk about it.
All everything. Because I thought
Yeah.
that was the way, and that was the wave. The wave now is putting yourself out there and making sure that your kids ain't never got to work for nobody. That's the wave. So I'll spend. Yesterday I was at the family barbecue, 4th of July, right? And at the 4th of July barbecue, I was on live. And a lot of times you're like, yo, why would you do? You had a family event and you got to separate yourself from them social media people. The reason why I am busting my tail right now is to get my time back. I am giving y'all this information so I could get my time back. So I could get 20, 34, 50 of y'all monetized up and running in a way. And then you can go back and you can say, you know what? Damn, Chip. Remember that information you said XYZ, da-da-da? I applied that to my business. My channel took off. Thank you so much. Hallelujah. What you did for me right there is you gave me a warm market referral. I can use your warm market referral and feed my kids forever. I can take Uncle Nick's word. Hey, Uncle Nick sent me. Oh, yeah? What did he say? He told me you're a really good guy, man. You're the type of person that like to help people make and save money. Is that true? Absolutely. So that's a warm market referral. Coach, Supreme Team, Crew, all y'all do, y'all give me warm market referrals. I don't care if you never click the like button, subscribe, none of that stuff. But if you tell somebody, listen, Chip is over there, let's go over to his live show and so forth, that is a warm market referral. My kids is going to make money off of that. I promise you. These episodes, they don't disappear. Once you upload them, unless you delete them, they here forever. So your mannerism, the things that you do, the things that you help people with, it's going to be here forever.
Most definitely.
I see Supreme in the chat. Supreme is also a great MAGA. That is the Make America Great Again King. That is Uncle Nick. That's your twin.
That's my people's right there.
Yeah, that's your Supreme View is the Make America Great Again spokesperson.
Yo. Shout out to the Supreme View. We would get along well.
Definitely. By far, y'all rock out, man.
Yeah, you know, I was rocking out yesterday, representing hardcore, son.
Yeah, I see. You know, I know. But anybody else would like to come up, share their channel, so on and so forth, get themselves some watch time hours. I've been up here an hour and 17 minutes. I don't know how much longer Uncle Nick got, but while
I'm chilling.
Yeah, you good? Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'm good. I got time.
Well, being we got some time, 173 people in the business. Do me a favor after the live, comment, say something, say whatever it is. Tell Uncle Nick his shape up is funny. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah, exactly.
He ain't go hit you too
I ain't gonna trip on you, man. Nah.
But while I do got Uncle Nick, one thing that you assisted, you threw the alley-oop with us. You got us some quality interviews with some quality influential people. Especially on the Rock Kids channel and on Super Tribe.
Well, you had a fam, you had a team, so whatever I got access to, you got access to. So
Well,
that's pretty much how we was trying to do it. But that ain't how everybody rock though. So you already know.
the fam over here would like some of those quality interviews. We would like Uncle Nick to
Facilitate.
to facilitate some of them quality interviews over here on Are You Locked In Positive Super go the mature audience.
Oh yeah, and I think some of these guests too that are kind of like getting deeper into their career as far as we've had actors and rappers and different people. I think they would be like totally open. I already talked to a couple of people. I told them, yeah, my boy Chip is lit. They rhyme and stuff. You know, a few of them dropping some EPs pretty soon. So I was like, yo, you need to come up there. You know, Chip got the wave right now. You know what I'm saying? Get your joint popping, get your joint moving around. You know what I mean?
Tiff, take it's all yours. So you do your thing.
What up, fam?
What's up? What's up?
How's it going? My name is Tiffany, and my channel is Tiff's Take on YouTube, and I am just a little box of everything. I like to share my journey on YouTube. I just started my YouTube channel here in January, and it was really just to try to pivot. I've always been on the side of hiring brand influencers and building a brand, so I wanted to see what it was like to be a influencer and be on the other side of the table, but also to be able to just kind of share my life experiences as I'm headed into my 50s. I've been through a lot. I have a lot of testimony. So I just wanted to be able to start to share that and get that out.
Oh, I think that's fantastic that you like have that directive out the bat where you're like already kind of involved in the social media scene, so you kind of know what it takes. So you're like, now I wouldn't say a few steps ahead of everybody else, but you're a little more knowledgeable in that arena, and now you take that practical approach from that side and turn it into your journey and what you got going on. I'm down to hear some testimonials here about people's lives, you know what I mean, what people go through, because there's a lot of channels where people, I wouldn't say they're a life coach necessarily, but they're able to help guide people through life and coach them through hard moments and let them know, there's some light at the end of the road, or you might have an experience you went through that someone else could relate to. So you start building that audience and that camaraderie through, how should I say, shared experiences, but it's traveling digitally. So there's like no end or no like parameters. There's nothing boxing you in. Like the sky's the limit once you start getting in your bag. That's pretty dope.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've always been one of those people that, some people, they always say, you have to look outside of the box. I'm a person that believes that I like to sell the box, to all the people, no matter what you're doing with that box. I want to sell you that box. But everybody has a voice, and everybody's learning capacity is different. And that is the reason why it is important to share your voice and your particular perspective on things, because you never know who needs to hear something the way that you are going to project it and relate it. So, that's the kind of voice that I like to be, is, to try to, break people outside of that box and get them to using their voices.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because there will be, I haven't talked to this person in a while, but there was a guy, he had multiple sclerosis, and he will always DM me. And there'd be times where he'd be in the hospital and, your body break down. You can't walk, you can't do this, you can't do that, you're in a wheelchair, whatever the case may be. And I never thought that me doing all the roasting all these people, I'm cursing, I'm making inappropriate statements. I mean, it's all within the lines of, because, I'm an insult comedian. There's different types of comedy. Got, all kind of people doing different stuff. But this dude would be like, Nick, I watched like 10 of your videos in a row and I forgot him in the hospital. Thank you so much. And I'd be like, because, the people that binge watch it kind of forget what's going on. And I didn't know that my voice in that moment was helping that person get through something pretty tough. And I don't have multiple sclerosis, but I was just able to bring some type of entertainment or something to that person's life that made that experience a little easier for them. And there's just a part of that makes your heart smile, just as a human. You know what I mean? You feel
Yep.
Good. I see we got someone else in here too.
Hey, Bambi. That's the Bambi, the home team.
Hey, what's up, Bambi? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? What's up? How you doing?
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Ever since I started messing with Chip, people say what's up. I say my self-esteem and my bank account plus my credit score.
Right?
That's what's up right now. You heard me? You start dealing with Chip, a lot of things go up. You heard me? Your subscribers, your watch time, everything.
Everything. Facts. No, I just came up to talk mad shit to him because he's supposed to be like a roaster. No, I'm just kidding. Just
Oh, you want to get it popping and locking? We can do that, girl.
No, we can get into it. Let's go. I'll talk. Let's go.
Yeah,
no. It's not for the holiday. None of that.
Yeah, no. What is it that you particularly do? Are you a comedian?
Depends on who you ask. Sometimes it depends on who you ask. No, I do cartoons, animation.
Yeah, I see you got the Batman logo back there.
I do. I'm in Gotham City right now. I'm kind of hiding out. The Simpsons and Fox put a hit on me, so I'm kind of hiding out from Homer and Krusty, and you guys have seen them in the chat. The whole Simpson crew, they're big mad. No, I do animations. I'm currently working on a mafia drama, I guess you could call it. I call it a soap opera, but it's kind of like Boardwalk Empire meets The Sopranos. So that's kind of my baby.
And this is all, and this is animation.
Yes, all animation. Like, yep,
that's like the new wave. Because I was reading, because I read a lot on the side when it comes to other stuff, and they were doing this article on AI, like Netflix series moving forward, and how people are going to start copyrighting these characters, and a lot of these characters that are going to be created are going to be like the next big it in life. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like a real person. It's going to be this AI generated thing. And like, that's like where Hollywood is going to start to go pretty soon. So, people that already have like their foot in that lane and have ideas and things they can produce and present, there's definitely a bag for you already.
Oh, I'm working real hard
depending on how you do it.
I'm working real hard to be the first one out there, like big name, like series show. I'm working real hard for that, as Chip knows. So I like to make cartoons. I like to take chat stories and turn them into cartoons. Like something that happens to me in chat, I'll be watching, say Chip's saying something or doing something. I find it hilarious. I'll turn it into this big, ridiculous, fictional cartoon about the time I was in chat and Chip's big adventure or something. So that's kind of my thing. So I take chat stories and make them into cartoons.
Yeah, because I've been seeing stuff like that where I watched an old hip hop interview with somebody, and then all of a sudden I'll see this short come back out, and I'm like, I heard this somewhere before, but it's a cartoon now. But it actually is even better than listening to it during the interview because you have the animation and there's some comedy to it, and it's funny. It's actually dope. Exactly. I enjoy it, so I think that's dope. Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I enjoy doing.
And it's like green. It's like green content because there's like really no timetable on what you can recreate and turn into a cartoon and bring back to viral status. Because now you're like flipping it on an artistic level where there's fair use and there's different stuff going on. So like sky's the limit with that in a certain sense. That's pretty dope.
Exactly. Oh, where'd he go?
What? Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I was like, where'd he go?
If you could let the people know where to find you, where to find y'all at.
I'm Bambi Palermo. If you put in Bambi Palermo or probably anything Bambi Palermo Pizzaverse, you'll probably find me pretty easy. That's kind of like my little community is the Pizzaverse. We kind of
and the Pizzaverse is what exactly? Oh, it's just called Pizzaverse. It's not like particularly pizza.
It's just my community. It's just my brand that I'm working on. Yeah.
Okay.
Matter of fact, Uncle Nick, Bambi the one who did the animation of the book of my book.
Oh, that's super dope. Very nice, Bambi. I appreciate your work. I read Chip's book like 3-4 times already. It's a good book. Yeah.
You did the cover of that book,
Bambi? I'm sorry?
You did the cover artwork on that book?
I didn't do the cover. I did the animation for it, the illustration, like the animation storytelling of his book. I still got 5 more chapters I got to get done. I really get my ass in gear and quit screwing around. Get on it. No, I work on so many different things because I'm always, as somebody who deals with prolonged grief syndrome, it's like I got to stay busy all the time. Like I'm always go, go, go. I've got to have my mind's always thinking of a new story, new thing I can do, new cartoon, something. I've got to stay busy.
What is that you say you have?
I have
Prolonged
prolonged grief disorder. My husband took his life in 2021 after 22 years of marriage. So like, just it's a whole new life. And thanks to Chip,
got you.
Like I was telling people over in Elevated, Chip saved my life. Actually, he actually is, because of him, I am where I am right now with making my cartoons, with my creativity. It's all due to this guy right here, Chip.
Holy shit!
I owe him so much.
That's a testimonial and a half, girl.
Legit. No, like seriously, legit. When my series gets like on screen, there's going to be a dedication part just for Chip. I'm going to make goddamn sure that's in there, because I mean, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I'm at like right now. So,
Chip, you crying?
No.
I thought the same thing, Tiff. I say, Chip over here getting teary-eyed.
Nah, the smoke done got in my eyes.
Dude, I was crying on the phone to him earlier. I was crying. I was like, Chip,
I ain't see no smoke in there, Chip. Stop running.
It's the smoke machine.
The barbecue was yesterday.
Oh, smoke machine.
Holy smoly, man. This is, unbelievable. This is you just never know.
What up?
What's going on, Mr. Stitch? Man, let them know who you be. Let them.
What's up?
Man, I got so much going on. Shout out to everybody. Chip, man, you doing something for the community, man. You got some blessings coming your way, brother. If not already, man, do you understand that I made a video before I knew this side of YouTube, where my subscriptions and the people I was following and subbing to, I was never see them in my life. And it wasn't until I cleared my search history to where nothing was feeding me, so I could see the people that I supported. And I ran across your channel. And ever since I ran across your channel, just even the last maybe 2 to 3 weeks, it's been a different feel for me. It feel like I'm around my people, the people I can resonate with, all that other side that you almost made it, you this, you that, and click this link, this and that. You just gave the game away for free, and I appreciate you.
Man, listen, it's an honor, man. This is it. I am only as good as the amount of people that get monetized from the things that I particularly put out. Whatever content creator creates the most content creators, they the winners.
That's
how that works. So a lot of big content creators, right? They might be dope, but how many content creators did they create? If you just do it and anybody could get a channel monetized. That's easy. Right. This is the 4th channel. 1, 2, 3. This is the 5th channel that we on right now on a monetized journey for me, myself, right? You can get a channel monetized, but like I said, I can talk shit all day and get a channel monetized. Right, you might not get no ads and stuff like that, but you could get some super chats, some couple cash apps here and there. You definitely can get that. Some people like the foot on their neck syndrome. That's that. Hey,
no, you gotta keep bondage on the back end too, though.
From being in that world, I can't say this, that it does have a toxic effect on your life, though, because you're constantly absorbing copious amounts of just the worst of people's personalities, what they're doing. Because I'm looking every day. I'm catch you slipping, and your ass is mine, son. So you start taking that energy into the real world, and you'll notice at times, I'm aggravated, or I'm too hype, or I just finished this vid, or like I'm still in this mode, and I'm like, holy shit, the YouTube stuff and what you're absorbing actually affects your personality, the way you think, and the way your day is gonna flow. So like the homeboy down there was just saying, you know what I mean? It's a blessing when you could come across a certain community and build within that community and not even have to be involved in that. Nobody's trolling. Nobody's sending you stupid DMs, emails. Nobody's trying to snatch your account. Like, people are genuinely here to be compassionate and grow, learn, and see each other do well. And you can't even find that in the real world sometimes. So to find it in a community online that you could just tap into whenever you want, man, you're doing something special out here, Chip.
Man, listen,
Exactly.
y'all
I
keep
mean,
saying chip,
YouTube's a
chip, chip.
toxic place, man. All
I am just one of the forefront runners of the community. It is a team of us, a strong team of content creators that put their foot down and said, you know what, let's get after it. Let's help people together. The only reason why I get some of the accolades is because the channel name is Are You Locked In. But that hashtag Are You Locked In, by far, I did not create the hashtag. I did not create the saying. All I did was plant my flag and got after it with y'all together. That's it. I started the channel from scratch and I said, you know what? I'm gonna show y'all from scratch how to build a channel. And I'm gonna do it on a positive aspect because so many people told me positive content don't get paid. That's what they told me. They told me the people are not watching. Uh, you're not gonna get watch time hours and all because nobody wants to watch a boring
Positive
I
thing.
love you show.
you know,
Yeah.
they
They
don't
said
they
we
want the
they said we
drama.
negative, Chip, right? They said y'all some negative dudes. Uncle Nick was over there wilding out, hey, the whole team and everything. Now look, it's a whole different scene, man. And
Hey,
you
really quick,
actually,
y'all.
yeah, you flipped it around on them. 180,
I
360.
didn't get to shout out the channel, my internet. I got so much stuff on this internet system right now. I'm going in and out. But shout out to Tiff, man. She hit me up. This is what I do. Y'all can check my channel out.
Nice.
Custom shirts. Definitely hit me up. I'm always working in the background. So the stuff you see is from beginning to end. But my internet is still going off, y'all. So holla at me, Chip. I got you. Just
What it is that
hit
you
me with email.
what type of content do you create specifically? You do music, commentary,
Um,
political?
No, it's more of like self growth,
Oh, okay,
development,
cool.
belief,
Got
legacy,
you. Yeah,
and
that's
then I
cool.
do custom shirts on the side. I'm artistic, so I can draw really good. So
Yeah,
that's
no,
pretty much
there's a lot of people that they're out here looking for therapy, looking
right,
for
right.
somebody that can massage their brain and help them get through their day. So
But I
that's
never thought
that's a
color
big lane
would
right there.
be that for me. I done came from a whole lot. So my story on my channel, but like I said, coloring is for me. Drawing, bringing that to life, that's for me.
Well, that's therapeutic, man.
Yep.
Because I deal with a lot of people. They some have depression, some have anxiety, some have this, some have that, and there's all these different like toolkits and strategies and ways to go about things. And coloring and drawing actually brings a lot of peace and joy to people's lives. It is deemed something like childlike. Kids are supposed to color, but nah, man. When you start getting older, you go to therapy, you start growing, you realize the bright, beautiful. That's what attracted us to the polo, man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, colors and vibrations are definitely important in life, man. And just creating art and beauty, man. I love to
That's
hear that, bro.
That's what's up. But shout out to everybody that's on the panel that's in the chat. I'm finna get back to work. I got about 14 shirts that I'm doing. So I definitely be checking all y'all out. And we gonna be locked in. We gonna stay locked in.
Before you go, right? See, again, bearer of gifts. Uh, Tiff, you know, Bambi and Mr. Stick to it, right? Let me let y'all know something, right? When y'all come on a platform, when y'all come on any platform, and you shout yourself out, you shout your team out, and you prove, and you separate yourself from the pack, and you prove that you want to win, it's only right that I reward that. So y'all, by far, y'all from courtesy of the Are You Locked In team, we will send y'all out some shirts. Just hit me on IG or hit me on my Gmail, and I'll shoot y'all out a couple Are You Locked In shirts for the win. This is about
Uncle Nick's coming down to jump on the grill. Can I get a t-shirt? No, I'm
just
just
well you know
You better be rocking
nah,
that
you
on
gonna be
panel. That's
nah,
all I say. You
nah,
better be
nah,
rocking
nah,
it
nah.
on
Chip always
panel.
hook it up.
yeah
Yeah,
you
Chip
gonna
always hook
be
it up.
you gonna be
Chip made the aprons last year, right? If I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
So
Yeah.
and it's the same thing, Mister Stick to it. When you have a business and you have merch and you have things like that, right? Uh, hopefully you have your stuff on your platform promoting what you do. Like so, in other words, like as of right now, we on live, right? I have merch outside of Are You Locked In, so on and so forth. When you start creating yourself some commercials like this. Shout out to Uncle Nick for the commercial, blah blah blah.
Yeah, Chip, you just remind. I'm like, oh, Steph, I forgot that joint right there, Zach.
Create yourself some commercials for you. While you
And
go live.
word the mother real quick. You know who I learned that from? The good brother Star. Because that was another way to advertise. Once you get your platform going, he would say, hey, if you got a brand, throw me $25. You'll get because that's how national networks and everybody do it. You pay for a slot time, you get 30 seconds, a minute, whatever it is, and your promo comes up, bada bing, bada boom. Of course, we aren't corporate networks yet, or that big and bold, you know what I mean? Or, to have that much power and pull within the media industry or whatever you're working within. But with that mind state and that approach and just tackling things that way, you'll be way more efficient.
I got you. I definitely, like I said, I've been on since February, so trying to find my lane, my niche, whatever it was, trying to back engineer all that ain't me. And when like I said, when I came to this side, I was able to be me. So giving this time away from content with family in town and a lot of other stuff going on, as of next week, I'll be back on it. And my mindset was for marketing. So again, it's right on time.
So, Mr. Stick to it, real quick before you go. What were some of the things in that other cipher, that other little section you were in that really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a couple things that stood out to you that really makes this spectacular? Because you just, you know what I mean? I like to get analytical, you know what I'm saying? So you're like, yo, I wasn't right over there. Like what type of time was they on? Because I want to make sure I stay my ass out of there too.
That type of time was like, y'all got the $100,000 studios built, and y'all know what the psychological ways of getting people involved in everything. Like I said and watched a few videos, everything was down in the link. It was like I was feeling like you was trying to sell me more than actually building a rapport.
I got exactly what you're saying, because there's these platforms that oh, my bad. Go ahead. Oh, my bad. You were breaking up. I didn't mean to overtalk.
It was like, do this. I even had a mentor, and I'm not gonna hate on it, but I started veering off of what I originally came to YouTube for by listening and looking at everything else. And when I shut down and had to regroup, like, wait a minute, this ain't me. I know I got the capability, but once I stopped looking at other things and start focusing on myself, that's when I kind of veered to what brings me peace. Because I work 12 hours a day. I drive trucks, so my content hours is 2 days a week or after midnight. And really, so again, it's more of me just showcasing my talent and marketing what I do on the side.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because there's a lot of people that realize they could just bullshit people all day, sell them these raggedy ass marketing programs, pull people in for the donations, and have you feeling like you're gonna be the one, but you got to create this type of content and be this way. But really, it's just like they treat you like a doja, like, you know what I'm saying? So every other 3-4 months, you'll be replaced by somebody else with a hope and a dream. They just looking for the dollars. They ain't really interested in seeing you get to where you got to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. It's like they got, how Chip said, they got a farm. He farming, but they putting together robots. They got a factory, so it's a different program. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. But that's important. I just wanted the audience to get that. That makes sense, man, and that's what brings a little more clarity as to why this platform is spectacular and unique in that individual way. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. Let's get after it. But we ain't gonna hold you up. Listen, we wish you the utmost of it. Like I said, hit me on my IG or on the Are You Locked In LLC at gmail.com. I do my best to get back to the messages and so on and so forth. And like I said, I'll send y'all out some All You Locked In shirts, courtesy of the team.
Yo. On the low chip, I heard you got an AI secretary.
Listen, y'all think you laughing. I got an AI assistant.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Assistant. That's what I meant to say. I said secretary.
Yeah, I got a whole AI assistant. You better believe it. I don't do nothing. I don't create my own thumbnails. I don't create the descriptions for the video. I don't do none of that. I type it in ChatGPT. I let it know exactly what I want. The show, this show right here that we on, interview Uncle Nick. If y'all
AI
think
generated.
This is AI generated. I typed in, hey, listen, I got the famous Uncle Nick coming on the platform. What should I ask him that'll make this video go viral? They gave me a whole script.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the future. Welcome to the future.
And then they said, open up the platform and allow people to come up and promote their channel. I said, guess what? Copy and paste.
Let's get in there like swimwear, Sean. Let's get it popping and locking. You heard me?
If the AI say it's going to work, and I'm going to tell you, I just had my daughter on, right? Everybody who attended that show came up. My daughter came up. She spit some ball. That video right now is over 10,000 views.
Nice.
Hey, if the AI can tell me that this video, put this hashtag, put this tag, put this description, 10,000 views, I'm going to follow it.
Right? 100.
Did Hustle Man video, right? Hustle Man video,
Hey,
over 20,000 views. I did Queen Alchemy
can I
video.
tell you something real?
3,000 views.
Can I tell you something real quick? My mentor, when I got on, I pay attention. So I was asking certain things like the mentorship. I'm not gonna. She was 100, but I was told not by her, but by a few other people, like, don't listen to vidIQ, don't listen to this, don't listen to that. And it's like every time I learn something or I figure something out, I'm like, man, I'm gonna make some content about it. And the next day I'm seeing the content being created, but I was told not to follow those things. Before I came to this side, that's what actually helped me, because it does process, it does give hashtags. ChatGPT, when I found out about the bots, that was like back in February. And just, it was like I wasn't getting steered towards what I wanted to be created. I was like, the blueprint to monetization. I'm like, that's not me. I don't know. I need to be like, for instance, me talking on that mic, that was a fear. That was development for me. I never talked in the mic before. So when I hold that mic, that's me overcoming my fear. Once I start branching off and really doing me, that's when I seen that growth. But everything, like you said, with AI, man, I'm telling you, that is definitely going to help you out a lot with the hashtags. You can create a file. You talk to it every day. You tell it to remember you. You give it prompts. You don't treat it like Google. You say, hey, as a chat expert, or as a YouTube expert over 10 years, socializer or whatever, you can create your own therapist through ChatGPT. Is so you can literally build you a bot that's gonna work for you, and you can go out and give it to other people. Long as it's like, yo, you
Well,
right.
yeah. It's crazy because what you're saying reminds me of like back in the days before I started going uptown. You know what I'm saying? Because the dudes be like, nah, son, you go uptown, you go get robbed. You having me, man. And I'm like, yo, you charging $300 for this? I could get a shit for $75. Oh, hell no, Jake. You never gonna see me again, but you have me locked in for a little minute. Now I'm gonna start selling for $300, boy. Like, man, people that try to keep the sauce and the juice for themselves and have you over here constantly dependent on them or needing them just to get a couple scraps on your plate, and that's foul, son.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Chip the uptown plug. Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be 1,000. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with y'all, right? Every coach, no matter, I don't want to destroy no coaches, right? Every coach, their system proves how good they are. Prime example, let's just say Phil Jackson. He came out with triangle offense. Wherever he went, he took Triangle Offense with them. They won multiple championships. That tells me Triangle Offense works. If I'm going to listen to a coach, he or she need to have a proven background. You're not going to tell me something don't work, and yet you can't show me no other channels that you got monetized. No, you mean to tell me all this information you share with me, and you ain't helped nobody else make no money? I can't listen to you.
Well, you know what's the crazy thing, chat? Chip, pardon me, I call you chat.
Yeah.
They probably sitting there using AI to try to tell you not to use AI. Because you guarantee behind the scenes they're using that shit, Chip. Nah, son, don't do this AI. Man, they doing AI all day long, son.
No,
It'd be funny style like that.
Watch this. Like right now, he's making a shirt, right? You know, a shirt designer or a person making shirts is gonna say, you know what, man, you shouldn't show people how to make shirts. If you show people how to make shirts, people ain't gonna
They're
want
not
to buy
going
your
to buy
shirt.
them from you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're gonna just make their own. No, listen. People are typing in how to make custom shirts. That's content.
Well, see, the funny thing about life, everybody thinks life don't really work like that for everybody. Everybody, like when you so nice at something, you make it look easy. That's why these dudes used to pop in. They used to be like, "Oh yeah, nigga, I'm gonna do YouTube. Yo, you think? All right, son. Just because I make this look easy, roasting and doing all this other stuff, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, pick it up, Chip. I don't want to talk too much.
When you are faithful over few, he will make you ruler over many. Just because you share something with someone doesn't mean that you are giving away your spiritual gifts, and it doesn't mean that you're giving away the secret to the sauce. You have to be giving in order for you to continue to receive spiritually, mentally, and just those gifts. So, you know, that's what it's about, is giving back.
Amen, sister.
Listen, and that's why, you know what? Watch this, right? So we got a content creator, we got a merchandiser, and we got a brand ambassador specialist, right? Now, that's what we got on the platform, right? As a brand ambassador specialist, I need to ask you some questions, Tip, right? What would make you latch your brand or your information onto, like, what gets you to give people the green light to move forward with their particular project?
It really is going to depend on the campaign that I'm going for and the particular look. But that's why I say that you have to keep your kind of brand as new YouTubers and new people on social media. You have to keep your brand just very open and kind of clean. You know, you can't necessarily do exactly what you want to do because you do want to have that brand appeal. But really, it's authenticity. Someone that does kind of do things in their own way. You do not have to have the largest following. It's just about what you can do creatively, the way, your perspective, how you can spin something so that you can get people on board with you.
Well, one thing that I learned from a really great actor, he was on Chip's other platform. I've had him on my platform before. The kid JD Williams and all that. One thing that because he reached out to me one day on Twitter. I'm like, fuck is this dude, JD? I didn't know his name. Then I'm like, oh, this the dude from, what the hell you want to talk to me for? And he said, you know what I love about you is your content, but you're like a 12. And I always started at a 6. And I learned through acting that, you know, you could build up your character, but it's much easier if you start high to go low. You know what I'm trying to say? So watching what it is that you do and trying to keep your brand clean is very important. You know what I'm saying? So that was one thing where I was like, Uncle Nick was on 12, so I had to bring it down to a 9, where it was a little more clean, a little bit more palatable. Because like you said, at times you think you could do anything and you want to do anything, and your fans will gas you up to keep, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes stirring the pot and keeping the negativity going, or sometimes you beating a dead horse and you don't really realize it because them views still coming in when you could be on something else. You know what I mean? So definitely right about that.
Plus,
And then the other thing is, don't sway too left or too right when it comes to race. Because the world is full of a whole bunch of people, and you want to have those people on your sides. And brands have a tendency to want to work with a person or another influencer brand that is open to all races. So don't keep yourself held back or binded by only trying to appeal to one race.
Well, see,
Because
that's the thing with
everybody's
me.
money is
Oh,
green.
sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
Oh, no. Finish your thoughts sometime.
No,
My
I was
thing was
just saying
cutting
because
in and out.
everybody's money is green. Everybody spends green money. You know, everybody spends a bill money. So you don't want to keep yourself segmented to where you can't capitalize on that because, you know, brands look at that as well. They don't want to work with you if they feel like they're only going to be able to capitalize on one segment.
Well, no, you're totally right about that. And me being a mixed person, because I'm Italian and black, like I would tell you that was one thing that initially when I was doing certain stuff, a lot of people gravitated towards my show because they were like, "Yo, Nick, you speak up for everybody." So at the end of the day, if this is out of pocket, this is out of pocket. If this is out of pocket, this is out of pocket. But we're not going to base it with race. We want to bring race together because things have gotten real radical nowadays. But at the same time, there is a lot of people that are working together and doing their one too, and a lot of people that have no qualms with anything. They're just out here trying to wake up in the morning, take their little daughters to soccer practice, go back home, park the minivan, do a little barbecue in the backyard. Maybe pops and unc gonna have a couple beers, and you know what I'm saying, clean the pool, and everybody gonna have a nice day. They're not fucking thinking about any of this radical racist stuff or race stuff or this or that. They're just trying to live their life. So if you can bring people from just those normal walks of life, all colors, creeds, faiths, and have them feel comfortable with what you got going on, you're winning off the bat. And you're very right about that. That was one thing that I noticed that would support what I had going on real hardcore just off those principles. Like, Nick, you don't play the race thing over here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can feel like they can sit at the table and they're respected.
Nick said everybody can get it.
Yeah. I don't discriminate at all, son. You know what I'm saying? I used to tell them, yo, intervention's for free when it comes to me, son. You know what I'm saying? If you need it, I give it up right now. But even when I would roast the people, ultimately it would be about coming back to you doing better for yourself, your community, your family, and how did you even get yourself into this situation? So, there's a lead up to everything. So, of course, I'm going to start off roasting, joking, but then by the end of the video, by the time this ends, you have to walk away with some meaningful message where you're like, yo, Ben, Uncle Nick is super funny, but like, that ain't never going to happen to me because I just learned something about life right now. You know what I mean? And then bada bing, bada boom. And I think that was like the fine line that I always try to toe. But, the vernacular and the language and the expressiveness at times. And me, honestly, I've learned to tone things down a lot in my life and be more camera, like ready and professional. And, I'm being very moderate today. Chip knows I am off the hook. I don't give me some beers and some liquor, man. So there was times where I was out here just taking the show to another level. But I think that was a beautiful time too because I grew, I learned, and I was able to expand my platform to the point where I know what it feels like to have fans walking down the street, to do this, to be able to do that. But it didn't get to the point where I blew up so much where everybody knew me and I make this mistake and I kind of destroy what I have going on. Or I said too much about something and now this canceled me or this did that. So it's like, I appreciate the process because I'm able to grow and kind of get through it, but also learn who I am before. Because I feel like nowadays too, there's people that they blow up so fast for whatever reason. And then like within a year, like their whole thing is over because they didn't necessarily know how to like manage the representation or the presentation that they put forth for themselves in public. And sometimes people just get a little too into themselves and you think you could say or do anything. Boom, all of a sudden now it's off to the races. Thank you, Howard. I'll see you in a second.
I'm so glad Uncle Nick shared that. Listen, we've been up here almost 2 hours. Hopefully, y'all, everyone has gotten some gem, something to expand their business, something that'll help them grow. We're gonna spend the rest of this holiday weekend with our loved ones and so on and so forth. You know, flash salute, fam. Peyton, I see Bean, salute.
But
Listen,
hold on, Chip. I got to get
yeah,
my whole interview. I want to answer them 2 questions. I want it all, son.
bro, you gonna answer that or answer it after the live? Comment after the live. And I'll put the questions in, and they can respond. They can make sure y'all tap in. First, we're gonna have you back on the platform, man. We're gonna have you come
No, no,
back
no,
up
no,
here.
no. We'll definitely. I'll be a recurring guest. We'll chop it up. We'll get to some other things we haven't gotten into, but it's just really nice to engage, talk with people that are sensible. Nobody's yelling and screaming. Nobody using profanity. Nobody acting wild, and everybody just like it's amazing to see like you in this place because we've been doing the YouTube, and I remember when you were learning and asking me and this and that, and now it's like, yo, look at you, man. Like you fucking running the ship, Jake. You hear me? I'm proud of you.
I learned from the best of the best, man. Salute y'all, Mr. Stick to it, man. We so proud of you, man. That shirt was dope. Listen, that is fire design. You know, if y'all want some merch, if y'all need some shirts made, tap in with Mr. Stick to it. Look at this
Hey,
fire shirt.
Tiff already hit me up. I put it in the chat. I did that warm thing. What is it? Marketing, like you
That's
said.
hot.
And
Hmm.
she caught on. So definitely, man. Like I say, ain't nobody doing what you doing, man. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? You got a different kind of heart, and you got some folks out there that's speaking against it. But I want you to know to keep going. You know what I mean? Stay locked in, because what you doing for a lot of people, brother, not a lot of people out there doing it, man. They giving shock value, they giving this, they giving that. Just keep going, man. Keep being you, for real, for real.
I appreciate y'all. 414 people in the building, man. Salute to y'all.
Well, you know, Chip is the type of guy, man. He'll see you and your son under the bridge, homeless, living in a box. This is a true story. And Chip will stop his car, roll up on you, talk to you for a second. I'll be right back. Blankets, this, that, food, drinks, sit there with you, talk to you for 2, 3 hours. And then guess what? This is what Chip do. And you know, this is a little testimony from what I know. And then a year or 2 later, Chip is doing another charity. That same man and his son roll up and they're like, "What? Yo, you don't remember me? Oh, but yo, I'm going to the store. I'm on my feet. We good right now. I'm donating to your charity now." Like that's how crazy it is. So it's just like Chip, like you said, he got this amazing spirit, this amazing heart, and he does this all around the board. Like y'all seeing it online right now. It's in your face and you can feel it, but it's a lot of people in the world that love what Chip do. So I'm just glad my bro gets to impact everybody like that. And that's how I leave it.
Man, appreciate y'all, man. Salute. Shout out your channel. Let me get on up out of here before I have to be on the couch tonight. And I you know, it's a good weekend. I ain't trying to be on the couch. Not tonight. So y'all just shout out your
All
channel
right,
where
Chip.
people can find y'all at, and then I'll go ahead and close the show out.
Yeah,
And close
my
the door.
joint is word the street with not word to the street. Some people get it confused, but word the street with Uncle Nick. Or you can just punch in Uncle Nick, look around a little bit, whatever it is. You can find me on Instagram, Uncle Nick, Twitter, Uncle Nick. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty much the same handle all around the board.
I'm Tiffs, TIFFSTAKE, and I'm pretty much that on Instagram, Facebook, uh, X. I'm even your favorite Google girl guide. So you know you could sub to me on everything.
Nice.
This Mr. Stick to it. It's MR.STIK on purpose. It's Mr. Stick to it. Number 2IT. I'm across Facebook and TikTok as well. So again,
Okay.
So you say it's Mr. Stick to it spell like that on purpose? Just real quick, why? Like, what's the reasoning? What's the significance about that?
He's sticking to that frame right now.
yeah, it's STIK on
Okay.
purpose.
We all sticking to the frame right now, y'all. Y'all go ahead and listen. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Y'all make sure y'all be the best you
I
can
don't
possibly
know.
be. Y'all already
The
know. Y'all
internet's
can
going in
follow
and out.
me at
It ain't that, it ain't, whatever. We'll get to it another time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, yo, it was very nice meeting you, Mr. Stick to It. It's very nice meeting you, Tiff. Very nice
Pleasure.
meeting Bambi. I think Miss Simone or
Yes, Simone
Anna
TV.
Frank or Anna Mace, something like
Simone
that. I forgot her
TV.
name earlier.
That's
Simone
that's her
TV.
main.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. You know what I'm saying? We had people from all around. My boy got like a little Southern accent. My other girl had the UK accent. You know what I mean? She sounded like she from the East Coast somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? We had a different bunch of flavor in here. We got LES in the house. We got Chip over there. You know what I mean? Representing Brooklyn, son. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is.
Again, y'all, you know, come get yourself. If you're struggling with watch time hours, it's a perfect opportunity to come align yourself on the platform. Even if you're just sitting there with your avatar, you got 400. It's now 445 people watching you for an hour and some change. You do the math. On that
You know
note,
how hard that is, Chip? To
listen.
get people to watch you for 5 minutes, G.
Listen, y'all be the best you can possibly be. Uncle Nick gonna make the channel go viral. We appreciate him.
Hopefully,
And,
yeah.
we'll be
Hopefully we
back,
do our
y'all.
numbers, man.
We're gonna get him back
Yeah.
up there, man.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever you need me, Chip, I'll be here, man. Appreciate
Matter
the
of fact,
invite and shout out to the
comment
panel.
after the live. We want to see Uncle Nick back. Just put Uncle Nick back.
Yeah. Let's do a little poll. If they don't want me back, then I'll fall back. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I think I'll be killing it. They be like, "Fuck out of here." Dauphine voice, Chip Tooth. Man, yo, what's up with your man, Chip? You know what I'm saying? Talking about he ain't looking out for people back in the day. Yeah, whatever. But nah, we see what the people talking about, G. But yeah, enjoy the 4th. Have a great weekend. Again, thank you for having me up here. Shout out to your lovely wife, always holding it down in the chat, doing the 1-2. Shout out to the fam, send my love, and we'll build in a minute, G.
No doubt. As always, y'all be the best you can possibly be. And I see each and every single one of y'all at the top, man. Salute.